Greetings and salutations, Exile. So I've been working on the tower defense thing, and this is kind of more of a layout video than it is anything. So I'm building up this mountain range right here, and I've spiraled this staircase up. And a big part of me spiraling the staircase up is to link them together. So instead of doing kind of like how the Chinese do it, where there's this urban sprawl where they just cube everything up, kind of more of a Western standard. And so earlier, like you can see across the way there, I got two archers over there, and I've kind of refined it a little bit, and so I'll show you how I got these put together. Where so you what you do is I'm not done yet, but what you do is you do double stack foundation, and so that way you can put fencing around the bottom. And then what I'll do is you stack the two pillars like this first, and then what you do is you build the top. You just got to make sure that the alignment is correct. I boogered that up a couple times, not paying attention. And then so that way you don't have to climb up. So you just make sure that the alignment, yeah, just like this. And I'll come back and I'll show you kind of a more developed. So I'm doing two things because the Chinese have been moving in on me. I had a bunch of undermeshing where they pushed into the base down there where see where it's all walled up. They basically um, was able to unmesh into the structure. So I did this so I didn't have to deal with climbing and come up back up here and do maintenance on thralls. And um, of course the top one I'll put them over here on the far right, and then um, it's kind of a little excessive as far as the height, but really it's more of a land claim. This top one is more of a land claim than anything. And then I'll probably push down into that direction tomorrow, but I wanted to get a little bit of standoff. But with this first one I started here, I kind of made the mistake of um, when I didn't snap it. So if you see right here, I got this to 200 hours, but you'll notice that this one right here is a different timer because I built this not realizing the how I wanted to do it. And so it's kind of the issue is you really got to connect them together and eat some uncooked meat, whatever. And then you really got to get them connected together in order to so let me see if I can just see if that'll fix it. I think that's actually doubled doubled up. So you can't get that for whatever reason. It's being a pain in the butt. I don't know. It's just being problematic. I might have to delete this structure and and redo it, but you kind of get a little view there of and this is just a oh shit. So I think what I'm going to do, it's not much, and that's why you build all this stuff in sandstone first, is to get all the geometries worked out ultimately. Because um, if you can get the decay timers and them all tied in together, you don't got to do any maintenance on it. But as soon as when they're all separate, you have to individually do maintenance on it. So I think what I'm just going to do is this is kind of sucks, but I think what I'm going to do is just redo it real quick. It's not too bad. It's not, and I'll get some of the mats back. Not horrible, but and then that way, um, there we go. And then let's see what we got here. Let this stuff clear out. Oh, we got a little bit more. But anyways, I think you see how I just kind of did this a little different in the aspect where, um, yeah, you can see where the foundation is. So here's the. I'm gonna delete this too. Okay, so there's the staircase, and you can see where I've kind of half wedged it down to wrap it around the mountain. So there's this, and what I'll do is I need a couple of these. Actually, I need a lot of these. let's see if I can, and then what I'll do is I'll opposite, um, I think what I'll do is this, right? Uh, I'll do this. Okay, let's see if this, okay, this will work. And then, and the point of this is to maintain that connection, because now you see how it's tied in. Before it was giving me 80 hours, because you can half jack these staircases, to kind of get you getting up and down the mountain, and then you'll get to see this, kind of get to show you the idea what I got here. And I'll put anti-climb fences, and the anti-climb fences aren't really so much as to keep, individuals. I mean, it is to a certain extent, but it's more of a deterrent. But the real thing here is, when you get the purge, and you're basically, so I need four of these. It's very low expense. Um, and my big thing is I want to be able to kind of angle these pillars a little bit to where, and so even if I don't complete the structure, it's still on that same timer as everything else. And so I think the real challenge though is I kind of boogered up, as I really should have started from that bottom corner right there, and snapped it into an existing structure. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. I might have to. It might it might get a little boogered up. So I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to do. Is that right? Yeah. I'm just going to do, that's the ceiling, just to try to, so I'll have a little more materials and I have to run back up here. And so I've land claimed all of this, and then that way, because I realize I know I'm repeating this, but I realized that I was kind of with they're encroaching. They're planning to raid this structure, and the kind of the joke is, it's empty. It's completely empty. So they're gonna dump a bunch of resources and materials into raiding this thing, and kind of annoying. Bunch of resources and stuff into raiding this thing, and it's not gonna have anything in it. So already, so I guess what I'll do is I'll come down on this side. There we go. There we go. Um, Actually, let's try this. Sometimes when you get these geometries worked out, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Shit, that's not what I wanted. That's, that's what I wanted. And then yep, that's what I wanted. Okay. And I'm gonna get rid of this one, because what I want to do now is I want to kind of corkscrew it, if that makes any sense. And you'll see here, like, the time is maintained, and that's the big thing, because you don't want to have to be doing maintenance on this stuff. Like, you don't want to be running around, and so, with the way these archers are set up, you can see where they can support each other and then also shoot people climbing up the tower. And I'm gonna corkscrew this a little bit more. I don't think I can actually, so I got to do. Okay, and then this should go like this. Okay, and then this should go. It's not tied in yet. Let's see if I can place. See, it's being kind of wonky. Um, I'd like to. I'd like to do. I'd kind of like to do. Come on, stop being problematic. Come on, it's being problematic. It doesn't want to. I think because of the support, I think it's saying like, "Hey, we don't have a support here. Let's try this." Yeah, see, it only wants to snap. Hmm, that's kind of an issue. Whoa, that was weird. So what if I do? Hmm. So I don't really want to give somebody the. let's do this. Maybe that was the easier solution, is just go straight down. I think it was. Right, and then I know half the people in the server are gonna watch this video and be like, "Oh, secrets. Now we know where to raid him." Okay, let's see if I can. Perfect, perfect, right? So perfect. Come on. See, so there's a bug if you occupy the same space, it'll bug. So you have to cycle through. Okay, so so what I want to do here is, how do I want to do this? So somehow I have to connect these together enough to where they tie into the the um the foundation of the main structure. So I have to kind of like get it to where are we at here? Because soon as it pops three whatever, it's gonna be um let's see here, right? And then so now I want to try to kind of get it. What where are we at here? Nope. So 7. I thought I seen for a second there. Man, it's kind of boogered up. This is not the way that I wanted it to manifest. Anyways, I'm gonna stop the video here, and when I'll come back to it, and I'll show you what I figured out. All right. All right. Thank you for watching.